mama calling. Yeah, nigga stalling. She need a couple stacks and I ain't feeling jolly. Yeah, my pocket full of money, pocket full of molly. Grams of that shit that make that pussy taste salty. Yeah.
Give me 60 seconds of your time. Let me put you on to something. Netanyahu is on a rampage. Today, street politics. I'm bringing you the live and the real. No bias, no bullshit. Starving children in Gaza today in June 2020-25. Netanyahu still blocking food aid to get to Gaza. People walking for miles, thousands, maybe hundreds of miles, just to get freaking water, tampons, toilet paper, just basic essential needs in Gaza today. Still being controlled by Netanyahu, the powers in control of Israel. But here we are, probably a week into the war. Netanyahu was bold enough to implement another war. He's still in the war with Hamas. Let's not forget that. Still got the war in Gaza going on. Still got the war with the Palestinian people. So let's not forget that war. Let's not overlook that. So that war is still going on. But today, right now, this week, going on for about maybe 4 or 5 days now, Netanyahu, super ballsy, and sent super ballistic missiles to destroy nuclear websites, nuclear arm sites in the Iranian regime. Let's talk about it. Over the last 3 days, maybe 4 days, there has been a massive release of bombs and missiles destruction to Iran. According to Netanyahu, they've been destroying nothing but the nuclear and pretty much their military bases, coming with heavy missiles and heavy destruction to the Iranian people and to the Iranian land. No laughing matter about that at all. But the Iranian people has responded, and if you look, and my prayers go out to both people, to the people in the Iranians, to the Palestinians, to the Israelis. My prayers go to everybody during this time right now, because destruction of heavy ballistic missiles has been raining terror down on Tel Aviv. I mean, on hospitals, on schools, on regular apartment buildings. The Iranian people have responded dramatically, let's say that. And it's been nothing but destruction on both sides. And my prayers go out not only to Israel, but to the Palestinian people and to the Iranian people at this time. So my prayers are with y'all, all of you people who are looking for shelter, and who are the people who still out there looking for fucking water and food and basic needs like a job. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's another topic for another day. But my prayers are definitely going out to y'all. So street team, I mean, put up those flags, put up those prayer signs, put up those prayer symbols, put up those hearts for everybody, man, for everybody. But let's talk about it. With President Trump now within less than, let's say, 100 days into office, Israel has enacted 2 wars. One, there's a war on the Gaza Strip. And 2, there's another war with Iran going on for about a week now. Now, many of the American people have been notified that's living in Israel or living in the Middle Eastern area at this time to be evacuated. Many signs from Senator Rubio, forgive me, Rubio, but Secretary Rubio, He has talked about not getting involved in this war between Israel and Iran. He has stated that the Americans will not participate in any type of uh, retaliation or anything with the Iran's people. This is strictly between Israel and Iran. But everybody knows that's some bullshit. Excuse me for my language, because we don't do bias or bullshit here. America supplies Israel heavily with military backing. And if you notice now, with Trump in office, less than 100 days, he has allowed Netanyahu to run on a rampage. Not only starving people and causing a humane crisis in his backyard. Let's keep it 100. Where is Gaza located? They share the same continent. They share the same land. This is supposed to be Jesus's people. This is supposed to be, they fighting over this land because it's supposed to be where Jesus has walked or Jesus has died. But the way you're going about it is definitely not the way that Jesus has lived his life. But that's another conversation for another day. But they share the same land. They occupy the same land. And what he's been doing to the Palestinian people, I've been talking about this episodes ago. It's crazy. It's unhumane. But now he's ballsy enough, with the backing of the Trump administration, to go and start another war with the Iranian regime. So now he has two wars going on at the same time. He has a war with Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Now he has a war with the Iranians. This man is going crazy. Who's going to pay for two wars? See, America's not thinking about that. But Republicans love war. But who's going to pay for two wars? How much is it going to cost the American people to fund Israel's two wars? How much is it going to cost the American people to fund Netanyahu's destruction of Palestinian people or of Muslim people? I don't know, because Americans believe in Jesus Christ and who Jesus Christ is. Netanyahu don't believe Jesus Christ is the Son and is the Father and is the Holy Trinity. Ask him that. So we putting all this money into Israel and thinking we back in the right party, but this man, Netanyahu, asked him, this man don't believe in the Holy Trinity. That's not what the Jewish people believe. They think Jesus is just a regular nigga. They don't think Jesus is him. I am. They don't. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. But we have to talk about how much it's going to cost the American people to fund Netanyahu's elimination of people who don't look like him. Because not only were we having a problem with the Gaza Strip, when people are starving, women, children, starving, now we have a whole new war in less than 5 days. Now, if you go back 4 years ago to the Biden administration. The Biden administration had peace and nuclear talks with Iran on the table. If you want to go back further than that, the Obama administration had agreements of peace talks and nuclear talks with Israel and Iran on the table. On the table. Now the Trump administration runs in there for the first 100 days, and now all negotiations, everything is off the table. Now we got ballistic missiles firing in the skies. Something ain't making sense. Something smells fishy. Pause. Something smells fishy. We'll be right back. This is street politics. Give me 60 seconds. Let me put you on game with something right quick. Netanyahu has been in power in Israel for over 30 years. Longer than I can walk this earth, this man has been running Israel. Almost like a dictatorship. But let's talk and let's dive deep, pause, into Netanyahu and the politics and the structural power of Israel. Netanyahu's been running Israel for over 30 plus years plus with no resistance from anybody. Nobody in his party, nobody in the government, nobody, not even the people. No resistance from a man that's been running their country for over 30 plus years. Now, with the blank check from America, I don't know how. I mean, they think stuff for positivity is coming from him, but the positivity is coming from the American people because we give y'all a blank check over $1 trillion every year. That's another question. Now, how did Netanyahu come into power? How did this man who speaks fluent English come into power in Israel? What is Netanyahu? Got to be about 70 years old, maybe 70 plus, or maybe late 60s. So this man's been in power. He's been running a country for half his life. How did he get into power? Is it strange? Let's go back to the 80s. Before Obama was even born. Somehow, some way, my apologies, street team, about this because I didn't even get the person's name. So that's my bad on that. But I want y'all to go check this out, though, for real. Street team, check this out. Before Netanyahu got into power, he was the number 2 or the number 3 nigga in Israel. This is in the late 80s. He was the number 2 nigga. So Israel in the 80s, it was still beefing with the Palestinians, but Clinton was like, hey, yo, we got to cut this out. This is a no-no. So when Clinton came into power, after the Republicans been running board on the Democrats, the Clintons came in with a plan. And they came in with a plan pretty much to establish the Palestinian government, establish a state for the Palestinian people, a place for the Palestinian people. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we can relate to this, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? After we done worked and built and slaved for some people, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to send people back to Africa after black people done been here and built monuments, White Houses, streets, roads. You understand what I'm saying? Then farmed cotton and made people trillionaires in the late 1600s. And then Lincoln talking about, yeah, we about to ship them niggas back to Ghana. No, you ain't. We done built this joint. We ain't going nowhere. We in D.C. And we still in D.C. in PG County. Heavily black. Pause. And Arlington County. Heavily black. Now it's probably, shout out to my niggas out there in Arlington, it's probably a little brown now. But, you know what I'm saying, it's super white now, but niggas are still there. You know what I'm saying? And this is how the Palestinian people were being treated, bro. Back in the 80s, bro. This how the Israel people, no offense to Israel, but this is how they was treating the Palestinian people. They was treating them like niggas. They was treating them like niggas, how the white people treated niggas back in the day. But in the late 80s, Palestinians like, we ain't going for that anymore. But anyway, fast forward, no history and all that other extra shit. Excuse my language. But the Clintons in the 80s, well, when Clinton came in 96, 95, 96, whatever, 97, Clinton was like, yo, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? We had a deal on the table. We got a deal on the table. The Palestinian people, they're going to be their own people. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be on their own land. They got their own flag. They got, you know what I'm saying? They're established now as they own Palestine. Whoever was the prime minister, street team, do me a favor and go and put this in the chat. Put the name of the guy who was the prime minister in in the early 90s with Clinton and administration. Who was the prime minister of Israel before Benjamin Netanyahu? Put that in the chat. Do that for me, street team. Netanyahu in the 80s, bro. Early 90s. Check me out, fam. The Bama was the number 2 in charge of Israel. He wasn't fucking with the deal that was on the table that was about to get signed to give the Palestinian people their own rights. He wasn't fucking with it. I'm not making nothing up. Y'all can go back and check this. This is no disrespect to the beef going on between Israel and Palestine and Christians and Muslims, whatever. Go check me out. Street team, go check me out. Netanyahu was not fucking with that from the beginning. And that's a fact. It's from the early 90s. He wasn't messing with it. Before a nigga was walking on the earth, Netanyahu was not allowing the Palestinian people to establish laws, rights, nothing in the 90s. His man, who was the number 1, who was the prime minister, got murdered. They murked the nigga. Nigga had a deal on the table, about to sign a deal with Clinton, the Palestinian people. Nigga, he got murdered in Israel. They murdered the nigga. Like some third world country shit. They murdered their own prime minister, cuz. Check me out, chat. Check me out, street team. Check it out. Allegedly, let's throw that out there. Allegedly, Netanyahu and his boys took out the prime minister. And see, ain't nobody talking about that. That was in the 80s, bro. 90s. Took the nigga out. Because you want to give these niggas rights. Is this sounding familiar, street team? Martin Luther King. Malcolm X. Taking niggas out. Y'all niggas want laws. Y'all niggas want to know about rights. This is why niggas be getting mad at Spanish people. Pause. Y'all niggas come here and don't speak no English. Niggas, we was getting killed for learning how to read. Niggas was getting killed for learning how to read. Come on, fam. Let's keep a spade a spade. That was in the fucking 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s. They didn't want black people to read. They didn't want black people to write. They didn't want black people to know English. This is a fact. Now, what does that sound like? Fast forward and you fly over there to the western side of Asia. of the hemisphere over there in Israel. You got a guy who's been running the country for over 30 years who believe people don't believe. He believes that people don't even got the right to walk on the earth. But he's still in power and he's still in control. You don't believe me? Check me out. Check me out, chat. Check me out, street team. Go look it up. Since the 80s, Netanyahu be talking greasily, about the Palestinian people. Had his man assassinated, allegedly. If you fast forward and think about people like George Wallace in Alabama, that's who Netanyahu is. He's George Wallace today. Netanyahu is George Wallace of the 60s, 1960s. And if y'all don't know about who George Wallace was, who was a governor of Alabama, Roll Tide, yeah, they was rolling niggas down the street, lynching them on ropes, whatever, handcuffs, whatever. Roll Tide mean they was rolling niggas down the street. If you don't believe me, go do your history. Roll Tide, yeah. That whole football team screaming Roll Tide, and y'all niggas don't even know. Y'all niggas was getting rolled down the street by George Wallace. And that's who Benjamin Netanyahu is today. You don't take my word for it, just check the politics. I don't even want to talk about October 7th. They haven't even had a congressional hearing or a congressional investigation to see what happened about October 7th. Forgive me and shout out to all those victims and everybody who went through October 7th in Israel. My prayers and my prayers are with y'all, for real. But even though y'all went through that in October 7th, just like America went through September 11th, we had a congressional hearing. We found out the truth. Even though they sealed a lot of documents, the truth was established. And that's something Israel needs to do for themselves. What really happened on October 7th? Why, when you go and look at some of that footage that the not Palestinian, but the Hamas people, when they were going through, go look at this stuff yourself. I ain't got to make this up, street team. Go look at it yourself. When the Hamas people were riding through the streets in October 7th, well, not the streets, but when they rolled through the gate, it was unoccupied. That was the biggest thing I seen and I had a problem with. On October 7th, go look at it. Go look at the footage. Hamas dropped all the footage. Go look at the footage of Hamas dropping all the footage of when they raided Israel and they killed everybody over there in Israel. Killed thousands, women, children, whatever. They killed thousands of innocent people. However you want to, I don't think I've seen any kids, but they still killed thousands of innocent people, which is some bitch ass shit. Pause. But go look at that footage, bro. Why? One major problem I had was, why was the main gate when you get into Israel from Palestine or where they got it separated? Go look at it on October 7th. Why was that whole front area unoccupied? Another question for another day. Like I said, even on September 11th, when we found out the truth about what happened in September 11th, a lot of shit was sealed. Why? Because everybody know Bush was behind September 11th, allegedly. Allegedly. Everybody knows it was a bunch of bullshit behind September 11th. But millions of people, thousands of people died. Why? Before we can go on Iraq? That's another conversation for another day. But go look at that October 7th footage if y'all don't believe anything I'm talking about, street team. Chat, put it in the chat. My prayers go out to everybody out there in Israel, Palestine. My prayers are with y'all. But Go look at that footage. Why was that gate unoccupied? That's the front line of defense. I'll be pissed as shit if I'm in America. What, you didn't think we was pissed? How the fuck did the Pentagon just get hit? How the fuck did a plane run into the Twin Towers? We have protocols. We have things established for stuff like that to not even happen. That's how you knew it was an inside job. How the fuck did the plane for September 11th fly into another building when there's already protocols to destroy a plane if it goes off a course longer than a minute? There's protocols. Go read it yourself. It's in FAA records. A plane is supposed to be shot down out the sky if it deviates off its course. That is a known fact. And it wasn't shot down on September 11th. That's another question for another day. But we got the answers. We got the 9/11 congressional hearings. Do Israel have congressional hearings about what happened on October 7th? Because I have questions for the Israeli people. Why? Go back and look at Hamas's footage. That place was unguarded for hours. Did Netanyahu know something that we didn't know? Did Netanyahu know that Hamas was coming on October 7th? That's a question that Israeli people need to ask themselves. Don't get mad at me because I'm just raising awareness. But another thing, moving on. You see how strange it is? How Netanyahu is allowed to run rampant and run wild, pause, and cause wars and just out openly in the daytime drop bombs on other countries. Why is he doing that? You need to ask yourself, chat. You need to ask yourself, street team, what's really going on in Israel and the Trump administration? Over 30 years of power and a blank check. We'll be right back. The NBA Finals is tonight, Game 6. Shout out to the NBA. They've been putting on some excellent games. I cannot complain. I mean, this back and forth is kind of exciting, but everybody know what's up. OKC right now is doing their thing. They're up on the Indiana Pacers 3-2. Tonight can be a closing game in Indiana. But my predictions are, nah, they probably won't. You know, NBA going to extend this game out one more game, try to get some more money because ain't nothing going on forever in the sports stratosphere. But OKC right now is holding it on, and they can close it out in Indiana, having a first ever NBA championship. Can you imagine Oklahoma City Thunder getting a first NBA championship? Not by Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook, who are by far in the top, 75 or top 100 players of all time in the NBA? No! The first Oklahoma City Thunder championship was brought to you by a dynamic duo, by a young guy from Canada, young Shea Gilly, young Jay Willie. Pause. Like, let's keep it a buck. They will go down in history in OKC. The boys can buy a house and live there for free for the rest of their life. What does that say about KD, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, who still, by my eyes, don't really got no rings? They still have no rings. KD got a ring thanks to Golden State, but been looking like trash ever since he left. KD been looking like trash ever since he left Golden State. That's a fact. And that's my man. Shout out from the same city. Shout out to Bowie. Shout out to whole PG. But what does that say for history? Two young guys. Jalen Williams. Been looking like the new age young Scottie Pippen out that jump. I mean, Jalen Williams, he gotta be my MVP. No disrespect to Shea. No disrespect to young Shea. But Jalen Williams, he gotta be the MVP, yo. My man defends the top player. So whoever is the top guy on the other team, my man Jalen Williams, he's on there. You need him in the post? My man Jalen Williams is in the post. He on that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And he run the point. He can run coming out, set the play up. So he can pretty much run 1 through 4 easily and defend 1 through 4. My man Jalen Williams, he's the young guy. He got to be the MVP. But you know it's always politics. So MVP probably go to Shea Gilly. And you can't disrespect it because him and the refs, they've been racking up points. Hey, Shea got to be the only nigga I've seen in the finals that gets so many foul calls. For real. Like, you touch that nigga, he going to the line. Yo, his little hesitation. That's your wet. You can't touch him, though. That's some weak shit, but hey, excuse my French. You can't touch the man, though, man. That's what's crazy, though. But the NBA, I think they're going to push it to Game 7 because they want some more of them ratings because they know they're pretty much going to fall off for about 4 or 5 months. Because once the NFL gets jumping and gets started, it's so many storylines. There's so much going on right now for the NFL. I think the NBA knows that they have nothing going on with them until, I guess, October. But nobody really starts watching the NBA until about December, January. But, yeah, they have no real storylines until for real, at all. Even LeBron, anybody seen that little commercial? Chat, Street Team, y'all see that commercial with LeBron? What's next? Nigga, we don't give a fuck what's next. Nigga, right. Don't give a shit. No offense. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was wondering, and it's kind of funny because LeBron did that. He dropped that commercial a couple days before the Lakers sold to a new owner. Shout out to the Lakers bus family. Sold the Lakers for over $10 billion. Crazy. $10 billion. And still gonna be working for the company. Wow. But I think they're doing that to probably try to keep LeBron. Yeah, to keep Genie around. That's for real. Why would you keep Genie around? And why would you be around if you just sold for $10 billion? And what is it? It's like, I think it's 3 or 4 of them in the family. $10 billion. So each one of them getting what? $3.5 billion? Crazy. Anybody coming to work? I think I just got $3.5 billion. What am I coming to work for? So it's another question for another day. Nigga, I'm taking a year off. Nigga, I just got $3.5 billion. I'm taking a year off, nigga. What? But yeah, right. So I think the NBA know. I think Adams, shout out to the commish, Adam Silver, what up, dog? I think he know. NBA about to go silent for like 6 months, for real. If OKC close it out tonight, you know what I'm saying? And by the time I post this, you know what I'm saying? OKC won, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to extend that shit another game. And y'all going to see Y'all better watch here with me. I'm telling y'all some real shit. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. I'm telling y'all. I'm about to post this tomorrow after the game, and I guarantee you OKC is going to lose tonight. Without Hallie. They have no Halliburton. White boy Rick going to come and show y'all why he going down as one of the greatest all-time coaches, man. Shout out to Rick Carlisle. Win or lose, salute you, bro. You coached the hell out that team, man. I mean, there's a bunch of bums on the Indiana Pacers. And he took a bunch of bums to the finals. So you got to shout out to white boy Rick, the OG gangster. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Because he took a bunch of bums to game 7 in the finals. That's what I believe. I think they're going to win tonight without Hallie. I don't even think they need Hallie. He don't even do shit for real. I mean, no offense to my nigga Young Hallie, but you can plug another point guard in and stop running them damn high screens, man. If you listen to this, Rick Carlisle, and y'all win tonight, like I think, stop running high screens, man. That fucking high screen pick and pass off, that shit is played. Especially for them. Attack Shea in the post. That's the only cue I would give you. If I was a coach and I was playing against OKC, I would definitely run a motion high offense, bro. Where I would have my post player start out at the bottom, and I would screen him run a regular pick and pop 2-man game on Shea all day. He has weak ass defense. And that's his only nick on his armor. His defense is weak as fuck. Weak as fuck. So, white boy Rick, if you see this, by the time I post this, and y'all win this game tonight like I think y'all going to do, shout out to the refs in the NBA because they do not, unless they just come out and kill y'all niggas, but I don't believe that. NBA want that game 7 because they know it's going to be ice cold for like 6 months. So I think the NBA is definitely trying to extend this. They trying to storyline something with LeBron. Nobody give a shit about LeBron. No offense. He's a beast. He's a baller. Pause. But my nigga, you been on this your whole career. Nigga, you can go link up with Giannis, and I doubt it moved the meter of what the NFL got going on right now. For real. You got storylines with Shador. You got what's going on with Travis Hunter. You got Cam. You got what's going on with Dallas. You got the Redskins coming back. They're going to look better or worse than before. Redskins always fuck shit up, so they're going to look worse than they did before, like always. But, yeah, NFL got major storylines, bro. And that's not even talking about the AFC. Young Josh, you know what I'm saying? He got that $100 million, what he looking like. Who else we got? Man, you got major storylines in the NFL. Yeah, so the NBA is going to definitely push that shit to a game 7 because they're going to go ice cold for at least 6-7 months, man. NFL going to be running shit. I mean, the storylines coming out of St. Louis. Come on, man. The storylines coming out of LA. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Storylines coming out of New York. Shout out to Young Russ. Yeah, it's crazy. So I believe it's going to be another game after tonight. I believe the Pacers will tie it up 3-3 tonight. Shout out to white boy Rick, man. Let's see he makes some real adjustments because I really believe he's a better coach. But shout out to the coach of Oklahoma City Thunder. He's a great coach, young coach. Started from grassroots, brought up from the bottom. I like it. I like the story for OKC. I like the future for OKC. But NBA is going to extend this game. So it is what it is. We'll be right back. We have a segment that we got called What Are You Watching? What are you watching? And for what I'm watching right now, what's hot on the airways, HBO Max got something going crazy on the airways right now. I like for real. What I'm watching on the tube right now My first hitter, Duster. Shout out to the young, up and coming black writers, y'all. We have found another another Courtney Kemp, another what's Shorty who writes Scandal. Yo, um, damn, Netflix just gave her a whole fucking wing. I forgot Shorty name, but whoever I forgot Shorty name, but shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Black women are doing a thing and becoming creators in Hollywood, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? They writing real good material, writing real good stories. But shout out to this new black creator right now, Latoya Morgan. Oh my God. She hooked up with J.J. Abrams, and right now they got a hit on HBO Max, and it's called Duster. Man, y'all need to check it out, man. This is what I'm watching right now. This joint is this joint got me going back like it's like a back in the day joint, like back in the 60s or the 70s, giving me 70s vibe, give me the old 70s vibe. And and it kind of remind me of Dukes of Hazards slash with In the Heat of the Night. So you got Dukes of Hazards with the fast paced cars and the action, and then you got like real good, deep, like real crime stories, like for like the case is a good fucking case. That like, hey, shout out to Latoya Morgan, man. Y'all gotta check out Duster, man. That joint goes hard. Pause. But let me give you a little backstory of whatever it is, because I know I'm just hyping the joint right now. Pause. But Jim Ellis, shout out to him. He plays a guy who's a driver named Josh Holloway, and like I said, it takes back in the '70s, and he's kind of giving me the vibe of Duke from Dukes of Hazzard, bro. I mean, he got a 19, it looked like a 1965 Duster. And yo, shout out to the cameraman, the camera angles. Shout out to J.J. Abrams. He bringing that action to this film. So the camera angles and yo, the Duster, they not holding back. Yo, the way he peeling out, pause. The way it's fly. I gotta give it to them. They did their thing. It's fly. But and they brung a legend with them. Shout out to Keith David. He playing a kingpin that's running the little town or running the little city joint, whatever. But he a kingpin that I'm not gonna give you too much of it, but he running the town. Shout out to Keith David. He playing that character like a legend, like he is, and Jim Ellis is his driver. So Jim Ellis is hip to Keith David. He working for Keith David, and he got my man, pretty much like his personal driver, personal slash hitman, and doing his thing out there. And shout out to Rachel Hilson. She's playing the young federal bureau investigator who's going to be investigating this town. Now, shout out to Latoya Morgan, because what they did was they allowed the young FBI agent played by Rachel Hilson. She'll be played the FBI agent by the name of Nina Hayes. And Nina Hayes is first time only black and only woman on the federal on the FBI team, and this is right after the death of J. Edgar Hoover. So if anybody know the story about the FBI or know the history of the FBI, and if anybody know the history of J. Edgar Hoover, then you should know how super Ku Klux Klan the FBI was back in the '60s and the '70s, '60s, '70s, '80s. I don't know if it ever changed, but yeah. Shout out to Latoya Morgan and J.J. Abrams. I think they got a real hit on their hands for HBO Max. Latoya Morgan has created this along with J.J. Abrams. I just think J.J. Abrams is producing it. I think he gave her the money. But this is all the writing from a black young sister. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. You know what I mean? Five stars right here. That's a must watch. I put that on my number one. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm already on episode two. Um, the joint is live and it's straight action packed and it's got comedy. You know what I'm saying? And I like the in depth storyline. You know what I'm saying? They keeping it young, they keeping it fresh, and I like the history that they bringing behind this because Nina Hayes, first time as not just a police officer, but as a federal bureau investigator, and she's working in a small town, and she's working for pretty much a, a racist as corporation, and she's trying to make a change. So shout out to her on that. Shout out to Rachel Hilson. Shout out to Jim Ellis. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Keith David. Latoya Morgan, J.J. Abrams got a hit on their hands. Yeah, I might need to go ahead and check that out on HBO Max. It's called Duster. Now, my second, what I'm watching, Stick. Shout out to Owen Wilson. I think he got a hit on his hands. Stick, played by Owen Wilson, playing a character by the name of Price Callahan. He's a retired or pretty much, I say, washed up PGA professional golfer who went through some major hurdles and had a crash out moment during the PGA Tour, and now is pretty much trying to reclaim and reclaim his life. He's going through a divorce. I'll probably give you one spoiler. He lost his kid. He lost his little son at a young age, and he's trying to adapt. He's trying to come back and trying to get his life back together while going through a divorce, while grieving his son. But while going through all that, and you know, what I'm saying, living in his best friend's trailer, uh, he meet a kid named Santi, played by Peter Dagger. This kid is a phenomenal actor. Because for after watching the show, after a couple episodes, I can't stand the damn kid. He's a spoiled fucking brat. But shout out to Peter Dagger. You're doing your freaking job, my guy. You're bringing real emotions through the lens. Shout out to you. But I think that is my second on my must watch. That's something I've been checking out. I think I'm like 3 episodes in. The storyline is great. I mean, they say it's a comedy, but I think I cried like twice. I think I cried like twice. I ain't gonna need hold you, pause. But the kid Santi is the next Tiger Woods. Yeah, the kid got to be playing like 16. Yeah, probably like 16, 15. Him and his mom is going through a little situation on their own, and him and Stick, Owen Wilson, linking together and trying to work this thing out. And he's trying to work with the kid, and while he working with the kid, he doing his he doing his thing on golf. You know what I'm saying? Side betting. You know what I'm saying? The works. Yeah, Owen Wilson, he's still being Owen Wilson. I like that. He's still being himself in here. And it's funny. It's very funny. Definitely, if you ask me, definitely a nomination for a Golden Globe. Especially played by Peter Dagger. He's giving off a great performance for a supporting actor. Hey, but I don't think I got no skin in the game for that. But that's second on my most watch. Something you guys gotta check out on Apple TV. The show is called Stick. Your boy Owen Wilson is a character on that joint, man. He a real character on that thing, and it's a great cast. I think they're putting together something very, very special that can be around for a few seasons, man. I'm thinking y'all can get at least 4 or 5 seasons out of there. You know how TV shows is. I mean, you can't drag it on too much, but I believe they can. I see how they setting up everything. I ain't gonna give too many spoilers, but I definitely see how the writers are setting up things to be at least running around at least 4 to 5 seasons. Man, it's definitely. I see you guys working right there. I see the setups. I see the setups and the little nicks and and the other little things they can write off on, from the mom to the best friend to the girlfriend. Hey, it's a must watch, and I guess you guys need to check that out on Apple TV, man. My last but definitely not least, Baddies Africa. Hey yo, I ain't gonna be ashamed. I'm definitely not gonna be ashamed. I do watch Baddies. I'm a young man. It's a bunch of beautiful, naked women, drunk, and fighting on TV. You can't ask for no much more entertainment. You can't ask for much more entertainment, yo. Hey, yo, you got beautiful young women, drunk, run around fighting, half naked on TV. Hey, yo, as a single man, you definitely putting that on the tube. But I think it's on my must watch because it's entertaining me right now. It's entertaining me right now. So Baddies Africa got some real baddies on there. Hey, hey. But my baddies that I'm running, hey, shout out to them baddies. Shout out to them little baddies. Lex, hey, Dolly, hey, who else? And my girl Summer. I love Shorty. Shorty gonna be a star for what the show asks you to do. But I love Shorty. You know what I'm saying? I love a little underdog. But only reason why I got this on my show, I got to give a disclaimer, bro. I don't know what happened. You know, there's rumor mills or whatever's going on right now for Baddies Africa and what happened according to Summer or according to Ivory or according to whoever the tea leaves out there dropping. But my problem is this: the fact that there's congratulations, that there's excitement, that there's joy of a man assaulting a woman. Like, where did we go wrong? Like, I don't know what's going on with Zeus. I don't know what type of content or what type of following that he really looking for. But this right here, because this is in a black space, yeah, I ain't rocking with that. We not rocking with that. This ain't the 50s, Mo. This ain't the 60s, champ. So we not rocking with that. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't fuck with Shorty or not. At the end of the day, we not bigging up or congratulating a man putting his hands on a female, like physically assaulting Shorty. That's some super zesty shit. So we already know. I don't even care how y'all trying to slice cuz up. Pause. But he's super zesty. Any nigga. I don't care who they are. Any real nigga, Slim. If that's your first cause to action, you a zesty ass nigga, Pam. Like, for real. You could have mushed Shorty. You could have picked up Shorty. There's so many moves you could have did, cuz. But you hit Shorty with a two-piece. And we got bots and we got fans exciting it on. Because of what? Her and the CEO girlfriend don't like each other. So the CEO girlfriend don't like the little Shorty, so that means Shorty should be assaulted and physically fucked up? Is that what time we on, Zeus? I don't know. That's some crazy shit. But that's my must watch. Baddies Africa, I don't know. Shit kind of real spicy over there, pause, but Lemonade, we gotta get that shit together, cuz. I know you got a lot of financials and a lot of legal shit allegedly going on, but we still gotta uphold our black queens, man. Like, for real. We still gotta uphold our black women, man. At all times and all factors and all fashions. I don't give a fuck who it was. If it was Rolly, if it was Slim, Scotty, Natalie, I don't give a fuck who it was. Shit, if it was the ones I don't like, Jazz, go all the way back. Motherfucking, shit, I don't know. Jayla, Jalen, who the fuck ever. It's still a fact. Is that what we going for in the black community? Like, for real. Because y'all up there. Y'all get mad hundreds of millions of views. But so this is what we putting on the black culture, because y'all got a lot of motherfuckers looking at y'all. So this is what we doing. This is what we about to start off having. Because y'all let fighting go off. Y'all cool with that shit. But now it's cool for a nigga to beat the shit out of a girl. Ask yourself that. Because that could have been somebody bravo. That's just right now on this season. So y'all allowing this shit on this season. So where the next city at? Where the next tour at? Or the next show? Baddies, whatever. Baddies, Puerto Rico. Baddies, Australia. Where the fuck ever. And one of the security and one of the talents ain't giving up no ass, allegedly. Huh? You better get that shit in together. Luckily, Shorty damn near illiterate. Damn near illiterate. Because if it was a real educated black woman, she would have sued and then she'd have been the goddamn third party owner of Zeus. Let my motherfucking daughter or sister get physically maimed on a motherfucking show. Nigga, what? Because nigga ain't want to give her no ass. Nigga, what? What? Because she ain't want to give him no ass. So now nigga want to act funny. Huh? Yeah. My sister, daughter, cousin, auntie, mama, whatever, will be having W-2s from motherfucking Zeus at the end of the year. And 1040s. You hear me? That's a subject for another day. But that's my must watch. Check it out. Stay tuned.
I got a pocket full of money, pocket full of Molly, grams of that shit that make that pussy taste salty. Yeah, my baby mama calling, yeah, nigga stalling. She need a couple stacks and I ain't feeling jolly. Yeah, my pocket full of money, pocket full of Molly, grams of that shit that make that pussy taste salty. Yeah, my baby mama calling, yeah, nigga stalling. She need a couple stacks and I ain't feeling jolly. Yeah, my cell phone ringing, looking for that.